Morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you are listening to this. Welcome back to Roger's Land Between the Lakes channel. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning up here in Minnesota. God has blessed me with another beautiful day of life and being with my family and everybody in it, including my YouTube family. Nothing could be better. I have a few good things to tell you, exciting things to me anyway, that I want to share. The first one is Lab Squatch 1. Yes, good old Lab Squatch 1 has found a permanent home in southwest Iowa. I've come to an agreement with the landowner where I've been having my encounters. And I just feel I need to focus there because that's where I've had what I consider a confirmed contact or encounters with Sasquatch. And if you go back again and listen to, and this is for the people that obviously haven't heard it, um, other than getting video of the creatures themselves, the breathing and the snorting, and like I said, not to be disgusting, but I wanted to kind of set this in your mind's eye, so to speak, or your senses in your mind at the smell of the breath. It was like kind of like warm cottage cheese. Ugh, I know, but that's what just the split second smell reminded me of when this thing was literally breathing through the window behind me. So that's super exciting. The other exciting thing about that, and this will be on the 12th, which will obviously be next weekend, I'm going to be hooking up again with David Horton. And if you don't remember David Horton, he took me on my very, very first, what I'll call field research. Uh, it was it was in a different area in Iowa, and he wanted to kind of show me, what to look for, what not to fall into, and he's an expert. He's a stone cold, hardcore researcher, and as you know, he is related through marriage to the late great Grover Krantz. So he has that same ethic, and the real researcher within him, because he was with even though he was younger, he was with Grover quite a bit. And I got a real neat quote that he shared with me, and I felt honored that he shared this, because this isn't a known quote from Mr. Grover Krantz, but he shared it with me because he thought that I needed to hear it, because it kind of related to me, and kind of the same way I feel about some of the other people that are in the quote unquote cryptid research community. They really need to listen to the words of this quote when I do read it. But anyway, that's super exciting, and hopefully when we meet up down there, he will be able to help me be more one-on-one with these creatures and these beings, and build a more personal relationship, if that doesn't sound too strange, with these things, because I've been kicking this around for a long time, and I've done some research into it, this being tagged, or hitchhike syndrome they call it, and a lot of people have been very gracious in giving me their opinions and some of their own experiences with this particular phenomenon. But I just don't think, or I just haven't yet been proven that's what my case or my scenario is. Because being up here in Minnesota, I'm secluded. We're by no means are we in any type of a suburb where we're at up here, and I just haven't experienced anything. If I've been tagged or hitchhiked, whatever you want to call it, I think I would be experiencing something all the time. I may be way off, but from what I've read, there would be little hints of things that would be happening, and there's nothing. The only time I actually have any real plausible, tangible accounts is down in southwest Iowa. So I think there's a reason that they're there. There's a reason that they, I'll just say, introduced themselves to me. And I really want to get to know them better. Sounds corny as hell, I know, but I really do. So that's going to be exciting. David Horton, related to Grover Krantz, out of everybody that's in the cryptid community, quote unquote cryptid, bunny ears, because I don't believe in that terminology, that he could have got a hold of this whole time, even before I came about. With my encounter at the LBL, he chose me to contact, and that really honors me, and that says something about me, because he's all about integrity, honor, truth, and he sees that in me, and I greatly appreciate him. So that's very meaningful. There's something else I want to jump into, and this isn't to be negative, but I just wanted to let you know how demented and nutty people can be, and it's just unreal. And I'm going to tell you this really quick. As you know, I always show some kind of product. When I do these videos, especially if I'm in Lab Squatch 1, right? It's always something. And yeah, there may be some firearms, back in by the bedroom or something like that. But that's just me, okay? For number one, it's my right. It's not bragging about I have firearms. It's just my right. I have them all over, everywhere. I don't go anywhere with. I'm always armed, okay? I do that for not so much my personal protection, but my family's, okay, and my properties. I would rather take a good old-fashioned ass whooping than draw my sidearm and take somebody's life because of a fight. That's just who I am. I just wouldn't do it. So, with that being said, I'm going to tell you how demented people are. There's people out there from the other side of the fence that literally watch my videos to see what product I'm going to have in front of the camera, because they seriously believe this is true. I've been told this. They believe that the product itself is an encrypted message towards a certain person or a certain group of people. Now, how effed up is that? I mean, what kind of clown, jelly-headed moron thinks of this stuff? I mean, it's so childish, it just blows my mind. And at first I was a little upset about it. It's like, come on, really? Go kick sand somewhere else. Go steal some other kid's Matchbox car somewhere, grow up. But I thought to myself, it's free entertainment. These clowns are free entertainment to me, and it's now turned into humor. But here's like this one right here. One of my absolute favorite hot sauces of all time, besides Tabasco, is Elijah Extreme, and it's called Extreme Regret. It's Scorpion and Carolina Reaper peppers. It is, I will burn your brains out of your head hot, but it has good flavor. It's made from a father and son business. They started out of their garage, and I might have said this in another video. I don't know, and I apologize if I'm doing the broken record thing, because I do not listen to my own videos. I just don't do it. I'm not scripted. It's raw and no bullshitology. But that's why I patronize them, because they do it in small, limited batches, and I just love the flavor. I hate heat where it's not enjoyable, but when they do it, everything's all natural. They mix it with the right stuff, and it's very enjoyable, okay? Well, because this is called Elijah Extreme, and it's called Extreme Regret, guess what? Some moronic jellyhead thought that this was an encrypted message towards Elijah Henderson, that he was going to get some kind of regret from me because they took down my videos, my interviews. Can you believe that? I mean, this is the people that are paid by their viewers to tell them this shit. It is unbelievable. Well, no, it is believable. It is 100% believable. But I can't fathom why somebody, they got too much time and they need to get full-time jobs or get like 2 jobs or 3 jobs or something to fulfill their time, because they obviously have nothing better to do in life than watch my videos and find out what product I have in front of them, in front of my camera. That way they can decipher it and twist it and say, this is what it really means. So, spam, I don't know. You guys are going to have to come up with one. Why don't you do that just out of fun, to make fun of these morons that are doing that? All the stuff that I've introduced on here that I love having in Lab Squatch 1 and in my home, like spam and chili and stuff, let's do it just for fun. You know, I guess the best way to defeat ignorance like this is to throw ignorance right back into their face. But yeah, there you go. I don't know. A spam is, I'm calling him a meathead. Is that it? Hell, I don't know. So anyway, I had to share that with you. I know you're going to get a giggle out of it. And to the people out there that are doing that, thank you for visiting my channel. And you're welcome to do this all the time, because you are free entertainment to myself and my intelligent viewers. Thank you. All right, people. I think that's about it. I just wanted to get that out there. And now I want to get to the quote that Grover Krantz had said to a young lad. Well, he's 27 years old, so he wasn't a young lad, but he was a younger gentleman that was kind of following in his footsteps, so to speak. And him, Grover Krantz, and David and one other gentleman were, they called them research parties, okay? We're on a research party, and it was one of those nasty rainy days, and they were inside of the, the cabin, and the younger guy asked Mr. Krantz, he goes, would you please give me your diagnosis or your advice on the these the videos that I've made and recordings and all these photos, because he was quite photogenic, and he'd done some smaller documentaries, but they never made it out anywhere at the time, and I still don't think they are. But and the guy, had a folder just completely full of pictures of him, taking pictures of himself out on rock outcroppings, and standing in rivers, and standing next to trees, and pointing at the ground. And, you've seen it a million times. So Grover Krantz took a few hours, and I was looking through the folder and all these photographs, and of course he'd seen some of the films before, and then the recordings. It was actually the old cassette tapes, the battery operated, push the button and pray to God it lasts through the tape type recordings, and was listening to these. And he folded everything up, pushed it back over to the younger guy, and he said, "You really want my opinion or my diagnosis of what you're doing?" I said, "Sure, absolutely." So Grover Krantz said to this young gentleman, said, when your portfolio is showing more evidence that you exist than what you're researching, the problem is HPD, unquote. Okay. I have no idea, or I didn't know what HPD was. Of course, David did tell me what it meant, and I looked it up. HPD stands for Histrionic Personality Disorder. Now, you people look that up, HPD, and I'm not going to tell you what it means. But when you look it up, you'll know exactly what group of people have this. It is unbelievable that that quote went from Grover Krantz's ears, or mouth, excuse me, to my ears. And this is something I have believed in. Not this HPD, because I didn't know anything about it, but the same principle. This whole time I have been stressing this. You people are going to get a kind of a eye-opening about that. It's beautiful. It really is. But it's to the point, and it explains everything. And those of you out there that do, spy or troll my channel, thank you so much for watching. And I'm sure this will upset you, but if it does, it just means diagnosis proved, right? Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to all my subscribers that have stood by me from day one. Patricia, you give me a call and let me know how you're doing, okay, girl? And everybody, you have a beautiful, beautiful day. God bless. Godspeed. And we're definitely going to chat again.